This is a certified hood classic. Trapaholics, real trap shit.
What is good, my legendary beasts? It's your boy, Little Sauce Legend, and we are back at it again with the videos. Everybody has retail jobs at one point or another, and that's basically the building blocks for you to get your own money and for you to buy your own shit. Because let's be honest, we're not going to be able to come to our parents every single day because the newest iPhone came out. And if you still have that luxury of getting whatever the hell you want from your parents, please tell me, because I'll send the adoption papers right over. Now, working in retail is a motherfucker because you have to deal with a whole bunch of bullshit from either your superiors or the people that you have to service. Me, I got fucked in both directions. From the side, up, down, left, right, all these motherfuckers just wanted a piece of the legend. And I wasn't going to let them have those pieces. Because you know me, I ain't no hoe. I ain't going to hold myself out for nobody, bruh. Continue working there for 2 months. For the sake of the story, let's just say the place that I worked at is called Celebration Town. I applied for this job at Celebration Town in the month of September because their Halloween season is the biggest season that they have, to whereas everything will jump off and you'll get the most business, and those are the most likely months that they're going to hire you because they need a lot of staff, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want costumes. Now, since I applied for this job early enough, I was working way before they started letting people in. So I was working just doing things to pass the time. Things like reorganizing plates, putting items back on the shelves, and doing a whole bunch of extra crap that seems a little bit extra when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. And then the Halloween season started to kick in, so they started getting me to do things that actually were important. Like restocking all of the spooky equipment and decorating the walls to be scary. Now, once I was done decorating and restocking the shelves, they gave me a new position. They told me that what I'm going to be doing from now on is helping out customers with their costume decision, and if they need help finding something, showing them their general direction of what would be good for them to get, so they can make a purchase. Now, me working in this position was very, very irritating because the way that the system to get costumes worked was there was this big wall of nothing but costumes. And once you go over to that wall of costumes, you go over to the person that's working in that section, you say the number of the costume that you want to get, and the person calls the number in, they pick it up they pick it up in the back, and then you send the person to the back to get their costume. But apparently, the time that I decided to work there, human decency and common sense didn't apply, because the normal procedure was you go over to the wall, you order your costume, you get the number, and then you wait in this line. The line was there specifically so there's not any riots about who goes first or who's you're gonna get to first once you're done doing that whole thing. Everybody starts swarming me once they get their costume number. No, I want my costume now! I need this costume because I need my daughter to be a princess fairy on Halloween. She wants to be a fairy. My son wants to be the Grim Reaper, and he needs to be the Grim Reaper for Halloween. Everybody starts swarming me. I'm like, yo, back up. I'm one person. I know you want your costumes, but can you please chill? I want to be Ryder. I want to be this. I want to be that. Chill. Everybody, form a line to the right of me. Line up right here when you want your costumes. When you want your costume and you have the number of the costume that you want to order. Now, the policy that was in place was once you order the costume, you have to send the person to the back to get their costume. And this policy irritated a lot of people. You go to the back, you get your costume. If the costume didn't fit, you gotta go give that back to them, get back in line, reorder your costume in a different size, and then go back and get that costume again. Because everybody that was in front of you is going to get pissed off if you just walk up and then just try to order a costume, which most people didn't understand. Now, here's why they changed my position, because I almost had a panic attack while working back there. Apparently, this one couple and her baby daddy decided, you know what? We don't want to wait in line. We want to get our costumes now. So they come up right next to me. And Princess Ratchet Bitch decides to tap me on my shoulder. Excuse me. Yes, may I help you? We're ready to order our costumes now. Ma'am, I'm unsure if you were here during the announcement, but as you can clearly see that there's a line right here. If you wish to order your costume, I would appreciate it if you just go to the line. So apparently Miss Cunt didn't get the memo, and she was still tapping me. We want to get our costumes now. Ma'am, I already made this expressly known. If you would please get in the back, if you would please get into this line that we have here, you can order your costume, and this would go along a lot faster. And apparently, this is where her boyfriend started to feel emasculated. And he had to, how Rick and Morty would say, let his dick swing. And he was like, yo, bro, just get the fucking costume already. All right? And this is what I did. Whenever somebody's getting extremely hostile, and I have a group of people on my side, then I decide, you know what? I'm going to make the whole group fight you if you dare swing on me. What I do is I yell out to the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry to inform you, but to the rest of me, there is a couple that is very, very, very hostile towards me right now, and I do not think I will be able to work in these conditions, so I'm going to be taking a break until they decide when they're going to follow the rules. And I looked dead at them until they decided to walk to the back of the line. And it was really fucking quickly that they decided this too, because everybody in the line got pissed off with them. Everybody. This is the point that made me want to get off the wall, because after that, the dude told me, yo, don't let me catch you outside. And I'm like, nigga, it's just a fucking costume. Chill. It's not that serious. And then after this, I was transferred to the back room. Now, in the back room, you pull costumes essentially. Now, the way that this worked was that, let's say that this piggy bank right here is the machine where you get a costume number from. A costume number would come out of there. You would take that and you would read the costume number that came on that piece of paper. 409216, whatever. You go all the way to the part, you find 209416, the box, and then you pull out the box, you pull out the size that it said, and then you give that size to them. This got a little bit hectic, but I did parkour for a while, so this was pretty easy for me. I was just jumping back and forth, hopping in between these shelves and doing all this extra stuff. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. The way that we had to get these costumes wasn't very orthodox. So in order to actually get the costumes, we had to jump up on top of these shelves and pull ourselves up above these shelves and actually look inside of the boxes to see if there was any costumes in there. It was very dangerous, mind you, but I guess that specific celebration town was underfunded, so they didn't have enough money to get a fucking ladder with wheels, and even if they did, there was too many fucking retarded bastards that would be even there to work the damn thing. Now, I was going back and forth doing all this stuff. It was pretty easy and chill. But I'll tell you the one thing that I did that I kind of regret and cringe that I did it. I have this habit of whenever I'm bored and I have a lot of time to kill, I like to close my eyes and I like to rewatch the Shrek movie in my head. Because when I was born, the Shrek movie had came out and I saw it as a kid, and I watched it over and over and over again. So much so that I can literally quote the movie verbatim and act out the entire damn movie. So the fact that I know how to do that means that if I close my eyes and I think about the Shrek movie, I can rewatch it in my head again if I have a lot of time to kill. So I'm working with this new employee, and I'm over there waiting for another costume to come out so we can go get it. And I'm just waiting over there, and I see that I have like an hour left. So I'm like, oh, I got time to kill. I could just watch the Shrek movie. Now, something that I didn't notice that my girlfriend had to point out to me was that whenever I watch the Shrek movie in my head, I talk about it out loud without noticing. So when I'm sitting over there, I'm just like, I'm on my way from misery to happiness. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. And everything that you receive up yonder is what you do. Ooh, Shrek, did you do that? Man, we had awards spotted for you. Just cracked one off. My mouth was open and everything. Believe me, Donkey, if it was me, you'd be dead. It's Brimstone. He must be getting close. Yeah, right, Brimstone. Don't be talking about no brimstone. I know what I smell. There was no brimstone. It doesn't come off no stone neither. That looks fucking crazy. And my coworker that I was working with, he was a new guy. He didn't know that I did this. So he just was standing there staring at me. Like, it took me a minute to realize that this nigga was staring at me. And I opened my eyes. I looked to my left, and I just see this dude just staring at me. And I was like, oh, shit. Yo, let me just explain. I like watching the Shrek movie in my head because I have a photographic memory, and I know how to watch it in my... And it was hard to fucking explain this because this nigga was looking at me like I was fucking insane. I would look at me like I was insane, too. Like, the fuck? Now, let's get into the last two categories. Why I quit and who was the cause of it. Now, flash forward to a couple weeks back. I decided, you know what? I'm going to use my employee discount to get a whole bunch of candy for cheap. I have a 25% discount on candy. So I'm going to spend $5 on candy and get it for like, what? I'm bad at math, so I'm just going to name an outrageous price, like $1.50. I bring up all my candy to the front. Now, you pick out 15 pieces of candy and you get that for $1. I bring all my pieces, I bring $5 worth of candy to the front. And my coworker is sitting there. I didn't know that she was there longer than me and that she was a superior to me. So I was like, whatever. I didn't know because she looked young, for one, and for two, I hadn't seen her. I never saw her before. So I thought she was somebody new. So I was like, oh. And she was like, yo, you got a lot of candy here. And I'm like, yeah. I'm trying to have like a good afternoon with my girlfriend. We're gonna just watch scary movies and just eat candy. That's what we do on Halloween, pretty much. So she was like, "Oh, a while back, I was asking you to do this one thing. Why didn't you do that for me?" I was like, "Oh, I wasn't able to do that because my supervisor told me to do something else. I'm sorry, but I told you to do it. Why didn't you do it?" I couldn't do it because my supervisor told me I couldn't. Oh, but I'm the boss of your supervisor, so and by the tone of her voice, I could tell that she was joking. I'm like, "Hey, I met her first, so I don't know about that." So she packed up my candy and I went home. This was on my day off, mind you. I come in the next day. My supervisor tells me that I got a complaint of being disrespectful. And I'm like, are you talking about the bitch that looked like she was about to just hop into Forever 21? Like, you talking about that bitch? Because ain't no way in hell she is a superior to me, because the bitch looked like she was too young to even step foot in the damn place without somebody holding the fucking hand. I'll be honest. She looked mad young. So apparently she told on me that I actually was being disrespectful, quote unquote. So I was like, you know what? Y'all niggas is a bunch of snakes. So I'm not even gonna deal with y'all niggas. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm going to let it go. But I'm not talking to you and I'm not associating with you throughout the rest of my work experience. Me and you don't know each other, and we have no reason to talk. You don't know my name, and you will never know my name. So don't fucking talk to me. This bitch comes into the back room where she's not allowed to be because she's not off work yet. And she starts bitching at me like, oh, why does it smell like that back here? And what's the name? She's trying to just fucking cut ass on me. And I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, but I don't see you over here pulling shit. I don't see you over here doing anything. So why are you talking to me? Like, why are you back here? You're not done with your shift yet. Why are you back here? Like, I'm sorry that I'm sweating because I'm the one back here getting costumes for these motherfuckers. But I would be happy to go on the register. But apparently they only want to put females on the register. But, you know, you do you, baby. You do you. She would come back there and I would get fucking pissed every single time I would see her. Like, I would get mad as hell every single time I saw her because she was that one type of girl that would be fake as fuck to your face and say a whole bunch of mean-spirited crap behind your back. She was the main reason why I quit, because I did not want to work next to her no more, because I have a feeling if I spent one more day around this chick, one more, I was going to punch her in the face, and I wasn't even going to give a shit about what type of case I was going to catch. But I ended it off respectfully with these people. I would like to terminate my my employment here. I don't believe that this is going to be a healthy working environment because of a few uncouth team member actions that has transpired here throughout the following weeks. So I appreciate your enthusiasm in employing me, but the team that I was chosen isn't the most legible on cooperation. So I hope that you will keep me in your mind when it comes to further employment, and I hope that you will keep a positive outlook on me in any future endeavors I have with event town, whatever the fuck I used for a name. But yeah, that was essentially my job at Celebration Town. And would I work there again? No, I wouldn't. Do I need the money? Yes, I do. What you can do to help is you can go and like this video and share it for as many people as you can, so I can get that ducats, bro. So I can get them kashishes. Use the hashtag Little Legends if you share this on Twitter, so I can see it and I can actually like it too. This is the legend telling all y'all to stay saucy.